All right, moving on. Civil rights organizations have announced plans to stage demonstration at Kenya's Parliament building and Ugandan embassy to demand the immediate release of Dr. KIZZA Besigye and other political prisoners. In a joint statement, the group said the continued detention of Dr. Besigye and other political prisoners contravenes a Supreme Court of Uganda decision declaring unconstitutional the trial of civilians before a military court. Dr. Besigye's health is deteriorating following his hunger strike.
Wale wote ambao wameshtakiwa kwa mahakama ya kijeshi ambao kesi zao zinaendelea ama wameweza kukata rufaa ama kwa njia moja ama nyingine kupinga kesi hizi kuweza kuachiliwa ama kesi zao kupelekwa kwa koti za kawaida ambazo zinahusiana na wananchi.
We are calling all the health workers, that is in Tanzania, in Uganda, and even in Kenya, and all the citizens, that it's not right to hold or to detain any person who is fighting for the rights. And for this case, somebody who was abducted in Kenya. We are saying that there are professional ethics that take charge of all the health workers. And in this case, it has been reported that his health is also deteriorating. He's also being denied access to healthcare, yet he's a healthcare provider.
I would like to implore for the East Africans and the citizens in particular to understand that we need to unite against such abductions, because leaders have to understand to be critical, to be a political opposition member is not a crime.
The principle should be that the right to life is indivisible and cannot be quantified, and that once that is violated, the perpetrators are just as guilty or liable as if it happened to 100, 110 or so people.
Everybody goes to court expecting that that court or tribunal will protect you. So Aaron KIZZA should have been protected. If you need to be removed, you are restrained and removed. Not pounded with fists, with kicks, with all manner of assault. So I'm calling upon those of us who are able to record. We need to see exactly what happened, because when the court was giving the ruling on Aaron KIZZA, they stated that he assaulted an orderly. But what my eyes saw were orderlies, not one. Orderlies assaulting Aaron KIZZA. Even when he was at the dock, I saw him being assaulted. And I know he is injured. I didn't speak to him, but from those blows, he is injured. A court's first duty is to protect human rights. A court or a tribunal, and it is in the Constitution. Nothing about his well-being, just a sentence. We are very, very disturbed. And one wonders if an advocate coming to represent KIZZA Besigye can be assaulted to that extent. Are they going to find justice in this military environment where use of force is what they know? It is very disturbing.
And I have come with other 4 clergy or clerics, and they are here with me. They can introduce themselves. We can begin with this one.
I'm Father Christopher Nwahiriza, known as Father Chituma. What I want to say, I want to quote the words of one of the popes, St. John Paul II. He said, if the gospel does not address the situation of the people, it does not answer their problem. It is irrelevant. It's high time for us, the church leaders, to wake up and become the voice of the voiceless. This is the mission of the church. And among the activities of the church is to do the pastoral ministry, to visit the sick and the prisoners. We came here after hearing the cry of KIZZA Besigye and his members about the situation, which is not good. And if we don't speak as the church leaders, who's going to speak? We should not allow our flock to see them perishing, being condemned unjustly, and we just keep quiet. I'm not happy, and have not been happy to see KIZZA Besigye being driven in a wheelchair. He's very sick and he cannot be allowed to access medical treatment. It's unfortunately for us, dear Ugandans. I implore, especially the church leaders, let's come together, raise our voice, and speak on behalf of our people. We are supposed to be the voice of the voiceless. If we don't speak, who is going to speak for us? We see our situation today in Uganda. Things are not going on well. The rule of the law, maybe it's not functioning. I implore the church leaders, dear brothers and sisters from all corners, we raise our voice and we fight for our people. Because at times, I don't know which message we do always give to the people. You have a congregation, but they are being mistreated. I implore the church leaders, please kindly, let's be the voice of the voiceless. It's our mission. We talk about the situation that's affecting our country today. Let the arms of government do its...
My people, Museveni is a dictator. And let me tell you, huyu mwanaume yako hapa anaitwa Besigye. Besigye has been an opposition party huko Uganda. Amejaribu kufungua Waganda macho. So this particular Besigye alikuwa in prison because of opposition party. And mind you, Museveni amekalia kile kiti for more than 40 years. Na anataka kutoka kwa kile kiti kijana wake Muhonzi akiridhi. So, time Besigye aliona ni kama analemewa kule Uganda, he decided to reign to Kenya. At least apate place ajifichilie. But mind you, your president is ruthless. Ali order akakuwa abducted, akarudishwa Uganda. Are we together? So Uganda amekuwa jailed. And the family realized that the life of Besigye is really deteriorating. Yani mpaka watu walikuwa wameanza kupost RIP because you can see what it's going on, the situation of Besigye. And mind you, Besigye alikuwa rafiki ya Museveni. Alikuwa mpaka dokta wake huko kwa Bush in the year 1982. Alisave maisha ya Museveni. But let me tell you, kikulacho kinguoni mwako. So only because Besigye is a critic of the government, hawamtaki. And niliona hata kijana wa Museveni Muhonzi ametweet huko X ati silence because they want to silence. In short, Museveni anataka wa silence Besigye. But Muhonzi went ahead and akatweet silence ama wamwachilie because he really turned against the government na alikuwa kwa government. But as you all know, lazima kukuwe na opposition. Are we together? Lazima kukuwenge na opposition kwa country so that that country can be, itakuwa inaona pelesi inaelekea. You all know where Uganda is heading to. Are we together? So ati because ameturn against government silence ama wamwachilie. But reposts, comments ziko mingi hata kushinda likes, meaning the people of Uganda really want Besigye alive. So we really don't know what Muhonzi atasema, but pia yeye anakuanga kusema kwa huyo baba yake, but never want to live in a country of Uganda like Museveni. Leaders like Museveni, akina Amin dada, I'm telling you. Yani nimeangalia hii video mpaka nikafeel kulia. Anyway, before utoke, just write free Besigye. Hashtag free Besigye. The hashtag means a lot. Kama mjuangi. By the way, hashtag ikiendanga viral, hata president wanga anaogopa kufanya kitu mbaya. I'm telling you, hashtag wanga inasave watu sana. Most especially if you find yourself innocent. Inasavingi watu. So just write free Besigye.
Can I proceed? So let me say, so that you don't waste my time, let me say what I'm saying. We, as a leadership, must understand that whatever that was happening is not removed from our reality. Just as you're planning to organize so that Prime Minister Raila can then go for his election at AU, what do? You allow individuals to pick Besigye and they abduct him and take him to Uganda. Internationally, Honorable Cherargei, you know that looks bad. Then when you are busy talking about South Africa, I know some of us may not understand that the South African government, having gone to Congo, the responsibility and the role they have played in Congo and all the issues that have been engaged must be handled so carefully. But But what do? And I said it on public. We then decide we are going to support Israel, because the Israelis are our friends for years and years and years, and we make that announcement disregarding the sensitivities of what is happening in Gaza. Then we take that same narrative as we are having issues.
Senator Onyonka, there's another point of order from the majority leader.
You see, Mr. Speaker, I'm really sorry to Senator Onyonka, because it's not my intention to disrupt him. But he's inviting this upon himself by claiming matters that are not factual, which leaves us with no other option than to interrupt him and ask him to check his records. I know for a fact that not once, twice, or thrice, that Kenya has made its position clear on the Palestine-Gaza dispute, that they believe in the two-state solution. We have never come out clear to say that we support any of the parties. Therefore, it is not right for Senator Onyonka to mislead the House and claim that we have identified with Israel to the exclusion of the Palestinians. That's not accurate.
Mr. Speaker, could I maybe use a different, maybe let me use a different angle to make...
When there is a member executing a point of order, you go back to a seat, you sit and wait.
Mr. Speaker, I feel like you're trying to harass me so much. I am saying
rules of the House. When there is a member...
Speaker, I know the rules, but you see, if I keep going that way, it's a bit tiring.
There's a seat just next to...
All right. And I've got his point, which I can
You should not take advantage of the mic to just exchange with the member who has a point of order.
Much obliged. I would most probably answer him and say, let's leave the Israeli question. Can we talk about the rapid deployment force that is in Nairobi? You can legitimize, you can argue about it. So you are comfortable the RDF is in Nairobi. And the other Sudanese party is in Sudan, and they have written an official letter today where they are saying that you have actually violated their very essence, existence as a state. That is how, so you've been...
Majority.
Dr. Museveni waged a full-scale war against the government of Uganda in his quest to overthrow the government in what he termed as a liberation struggle. He promised the Ugandan masses that he would save them from bad governance, from leaders who overstay in power, and from violation of their human rights. But when Museveni took over power, it turned out to be the exact thing that he was fighting against. Over the years, Museveni has been brutalizing the opposition. He has been brutalizing and terrorizing anyone who tries to oppose his schistocratic regime. Recently, the Supreme Court of Uganda declared it unconstitutional to try civilians in the martial courts. But Dr. KIZZA Besigye, one of the most prominent Ugandan opposition leaders, is still in custody. You can see Museveni boasting in his social media handles that they are not going to release him. And he gives him an option of a speedy trial. And now the question is, what is the purpose of a speedy trial that is already partial? There is no impartiality, there is no equality, there is no justice. They have violated all the rules of natural justice. What is the purpose of a trial when Museveni has already declared this verdict before the entire nation? There is already a predetermined outcome of the trial. What is the purpose of a trial when the results are already known?
Oh my goodness!
Overcome, we shall overcome, we shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Seven will die, seven will die, seven will die someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe seven will die someday. What will cry? What will cry? What will cry someday? Deep in my heart, I do believe what will cry someday. And Besigye will live. Besigye will live. Besigye will live someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe Besigye will live someday. Justice will return. Justice will return someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe justice will return someday.
Life is a long journey. Life is a test. Life is a promise. Life is a plan. Wisdom and knowledge is needed to maintain all those. I don't know my way towards, because I have never knew that before. I was given a golden chance. I prayed with it. It has fallen in the pit, never to find it again. I feel like a person in the deep forest or desert with the total darkness. I can see neither ahead nor behind. I blame nobody. I blame myself. I have lost my direction. Oh God, look at me.
ground.